Welcome, welcome to Child of the Cosmos. Let me introduce myself. I am Sophia. Yes, Sophia. Right. There's so much going on in the world, right? Do you feel it? Do you feel that energy shift? I feel it every time I walk into a place. All right, we're going to pull a message from Spirit. I'm not sure what kind of reading we'll be doing today, but I'm sure it will be wonderful. Just dig in this. All right. Purple. Purple is a very calming and relaxing color. It also helps calm the mind and the body if you're experiencing pain or getting over an addiction. Wear purple. If you can't sleep, wear purple. Put some purple on because everything is energy. Understand that. Everything is energy. And if you want to heal the inner psyche, the mind, and the heart, you need to understand how energy works in the world. All right, we're going to pull from our shadow reading bag. Let's see what we get. All right, Spirit. Let me know. Come on, dig in there. Oh, nice. Right. All right, we are going to pull from Abundant Living and Solutions Reading. All right. This is going to be the emotional and mental energy, the mind and the heart. Okay. That's, it could be a message for your mind and your heart. But I want to introduce today the affirmation, I am confident, powerful, and independent. You see, when your third eye opens and you embrace your soul, connecting to your higher self, you don't depend on the matrix. You become confident and powerful and independent and living your life's purpose. So that is a very powerful affirmation. Because in the mental energy, we have what is called neuroplasticity. And this is where you can reprogram your mind. If you're having scattered thoughts, I'm picking up on an energy who is having constant anxiety, mental energy. You could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Your element is air. Get out in nature. Okay? And breathe. Take deep, deep breaths in. Hold it for 4 minutes. And release everything that's stuck in your body that's keeping you thinking, scattered thoughts and mental disturbances. Okay? Don't be hard on yourself. This is the way the human mind, the inner psyche, was created. Okay? It's one of the 7 imbalances of the mind, and it's an illusion. Yes, please like and subscribe, and thank you. Trust that the universe is guiding you at this time. I'm picking up on a lot of energy. So if you're experiencing some hardships in your life right now, just know that you're being guided. Okay? Everything that we go through is to awaken the soul. Because you're open in the matrix. And what's in the matrix? Nothing but chaos and negative energy. And what does it affect? The mental and emotional, the heart energy within the body. Okay? So I want you to understand that, because we have our physical energy where we get affected by all of the negative energy. We get sick. Okay? It's a part of our nervous system, all of the organs and tissues, everything within the body. That is the physical energy, and you need to protect it by protecting the mental energy and the emotional energy, which is the heart, the mind and the heart, which are doorways for negative energy to take over. It's just the way it is. And, Humans were created with a chip that causes us to react, and attract. Remember that. Cheers. I'm having beet tea with cinnamon. Cinnamon is so powerful. You can clean your floors with cinnamon. It clears out negative energy, but not only that, it eats fat in your body. So cheers. Oh my God, it's so delicious. I see through shadows now. When you go on a healing journey and you connect to your higher self, your soul, you are going to learn to see through shadows. And through my channel is all about exposing shadows and how they operate in us and the people around us so that you can see through them. Why? Because your third eye is open and you're connected to your higher self, which is connected to your oversoul, which is connected to the angels, the spirit guides, your God, the Father of the Most High, the Holy Spirit Mother. Okay? All right. And we have another affirmation. I am ready for new beginnings. So whatever chaos, hardships you're going through right now, you can't control it, ride the wave and don't fight against it, because then you'll just bring more chaos. Because if you have, you see, the crescent moon and the letter M, you are a special being, and it's important that you do not fight against what you're here for, because you're going to bring so much chaos in your reality. Trust me, I've learned it. So now I have to go with it. We all have to experience chaos here in the Matrix, because that's the way it was designed. And once you have an understanding of that, you can push through everything and anything, because everything is an illusion. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of what you react to it. Okay? How you react to it. Remember that. All right. We're going to read this message from Spirit after we're done with the reading. Okay. So let me just organize all of this because I want it out of the way for the reading. Let's see, we'll do this. I'll put this here so you can see it. I am ready for new beginnings, so no matter what you're going through, and I mean no matter what you're going through, I know what it is to experience loss. Okay, I've lost a parent, I've lost a grandparent, I've lost lovers that weren't even ready to be in my energy. Okay, and that's why I had that affirmation yesterday too. Own your energy. Command your energy. You decide who plays in your energy. See through shadows. We're going to learn right now. So this is messages for an abundant living and solutions. Let's see what's going to open up here for us to talk about. I know I write on everything. Someone's like, damn. And one day there'll be cards and you won't have to see my writing. They'll be professionally done. All right. And my channel is here so that you can understand the shadow, how the mind and your heart stores negative energy and how shadows work. And if you want to see through shadows now, you need to connect to your higher self and you need to heal. Okay, character is more important than reputation. Yes, because reputation can always be destroyed, but your character, okay? So if someone is trying to destroy your reputation, Hold on. I'm getting a message. Okay, so people who hate do not hate for what you did. They hate you for who you are. Okay? Character is more important than reputation. Let them talk. Your character, how you proceed in life, how you operate, your traits, your personality, how you deal with people, your integrity, your whole enchilada, your character. No one can dissipate, destroy your character, because that will always flourish in the end. But your reputation, let them talk. Reputation is nothing. It's the character that withstands. Okay? So if you're dealing with someone spreading gossip, spreading lies, let them. Remember, life is only 10% of what happens to you, but it's 90% of how you react to it. Don't give anyone 90% of your life and your time and your energy and vitality, because your character is going to speak volumes in the end. Okay? So if you got a toxic ex-lover, I'm picking up on an energy who's receiving a lot of texts, a lot of constant calls. Someone is pissed because you saw right through them. Yes, trust how something made you feel. Don't allow someone to come in and gaslight you and tell you what you should be feeling. No, that's what you call emotional manipulator. Okay? Yeah. Don't allow someone to do that. See through shadows now. And be gone. Let them go. Yeah. Let them go. Let's see who this shadow is that's trying to destroy your reputation, but will not destroy your character. Get dressed every day. Look your best. Be loving. Keep your heart open. Love, 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 because that's the strongest chemical in the universe. And that is attached to your character. Okay? Always be a loving, honest, spiritual being, because that's who you are. You're a spiritual being with a soul who comes here in human form. Know that. All right, let's pull from this. Shadow is what shadow does, because that's the first thing shadows want to do is spread gossip and lies, and it ruins your reputation. But reputation isn't nothing. Your character is what builds who you are. Okay? And that is what stands the test of time. Because when all the gossip is hold on, I'm picking up on a lot of energy here. Oh, you sweet soul. Okay. I'm picking up on an energy. You need to understand. I want you to understand this. When you're too quick to react, you reveal your triggers. You expose where you can be attacked. What are your triggers? Your triggers are your fears, your heartaches, your disappointments, your shame, your traumas, just whatever is within your emotional heart space, your inner psyche, and your mental energy, your mind, which is your inner psyche. People use that to their advantage. So I want you to reprogram your mental energy by taking back control of your mind. Okay? And how do we do that? Respond with control instead of your emotions. And in that moment, you become dangerous. They don't know how to control you. Okay? Understand that. Yeah, I'm picking up on that. on that kind of energy right now. It's very hard for me still. I'm still trying to get through with feeling all the emotions and stuff. It's something that I'm always going to have to work with. Just like my grandfather said, know thyself. Know when your energy begins and ends. Because as a Heoka empath, you can pick up on a lot of energy. Not only that, I have all the clairs. I see, hear, and feel, and smell negative energy. I tell you. Right. And this is a shadow rant and an affirmation. Just because you can't deal with your shadow doesn't give you the right to dim my light. I am protected. Yes, you are. Yeah, that's what I was picking up on. And you got a shadow right there. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt and a cup. You don't be trying to come on my page and steal my stuff. That's what I was picking up on. Someone's trying to be a copycat. Be your own person. Don't steal my stuff. Everything is copyright. I will know. All right, here we go. So if you match the energy, you reflect the mirror of that shadow within you. Do not match energies. And that's what I was saying yesterday in regards to playing the energetic ping pong game. Okay? Don't match those energies, because what you do is you release a mirror of what's within you. Okay? And that's how people, manipulators, especially emotional manipulators, they love to trigger your anger, your fear, sadness, disappointments, traumas. And when they learn that, they own you, because they'll keep doing it. All right? Let's get one more. Yeah, that's who you're dealing with. Shadow bully. Someone who wants to destroy your reputation. Let them. Reputation don't mean nothing. Your character is everything. You get up, you get dressed, and you let all that negative energy bounce right off of you. Do not match the energy, because you're going to do a mirror reflect. And that vibration goes up. You don't want to be in their dense energy. That frequency, dense frequency. No, we want the best frequency. Okay? So, your character is more important than your reputation. Understand that. Okay, so I hope that's helping you understand the difference between your character and your reputation. You're dealing with a shadow bully. Oh, wow. Don't pay attention to this person, okay? This person is projecting what they cannot manage internally within themselves. And so what they're doing is they're just projecting that weakness onto you by trying to destroy your reputation. No, don't allow it. And how do you do that? By getting dressed and looking your best. Living your best life. Raising your frequency by seeing through the shadows, okay? Understanding toxic behaviors. We're going to pull from this deck. Daily healing messages. Wear pink. Pink is a very powerful and protective color. So put some pink on. It'll actually help you with keeping unconditional love for yourself and others as well, but mainly for yourself, so that when you're dealing with shadow bullies, they can't disrupt your frequency, and that energy has to go back to them rather than you catching you by lowering your energy, your frequency. Okay? It says, seek the truth within. No matter how far the soul has fallen, Christ will bring you forth. The kingdom of God is within. The divine seat of consciousness exists within you. And how do we do that? By sitting still. and connecting to Christ consciousness with your higher self. They're going to connect you. Okay? Especially, like I said, don't react to anger. Instead, sit with it and identify what emotions it's representing within you, your inner psyche, within the mind and in your heart. Because those are the two highest frequencies in the body, and those are the two frequencies that we react. And don't play the energetic ping pong game. I just put out a video yesterday in regards to this. It goes with this reading here. So, yeah. So, this is things that my higher self gave me. Okay? Seek the truth within, no matter how far the soul has fallen. Because everyone can be forgiven. Why? Because it's all an illusion. We all come here. All light and dark come here for reasons. Everything's doing its job. Remember, Earth's polarity poles are negative and positive, and they're constantly moving like a seesaw. God, I'm feeling a lot of friction. You are special. Stand tall and strong. I am here. I love and support myself. I am conquering my fears. I am enough. So that is a message. You are special. Stand tall and strong. And then you have the affirmations. I am here. I am love and support myself. I love and support myself. I am conquering my fears. I am enough. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Stop bleeding your energy on things that do not serve or deserve your focus. Okay? Let them talk. Because that energy is going to go up, that vibration, and it's going to go right back to this person. If you stay out of their energy, stay in your high frequency by when they're doing something to you, or they're saying something, you hear something, gossip. They're gossip. Gossip is a negative energy. That's devil energy. Stay out of that. Who cares? If your friends are gossiping, do not interact in that energy. I'm telling you. Let them talk for 10 seconds and change the subject. You don't want to be in that dense energy, because after 17 seconds, that vibration, after 17 seconds, is latching on to a frequency. So keep your dense negative talk with friends, associates, until you can learn that you're going to get rid of them. Let them go. Because why? When you start connecting to your soul, you're going to connect to better frequencies, better people, better places, better things. Keep all negative, dense energies, talking, conversing with people, under 17 seconds. When I was going on my healing journey, oh man, I was changing the energy, the talk within 10 seconds. While they were talking, I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't even grasping it. I wasn't even allowing it to absorb in my energy. I was counting to 10 seconds and then change the energy, change the subject. And if they couldn't, I would step away and say, excuse me, I gotta take a call or whatever. Just remove yourself, because once you go on a healing journey, it's gonna come real easy for you to remove yourself from negative, toxic people. And it's easy. Oh my God, I can give you so many reasons as to how to do it. All right, so let's see what Spirit wants me to pull next. All right. Okay, so Spirit wants me to talk a little bit about the color pink. As I stated, the color pink is an unconditional color. Opens up your heart to compassion and forgiveness for others and for yourself. Okay, we always forgive other people, but we never forgive ourselves. And just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you have to forget what they did. And it doesn't mean that you have to keep them in your energy. No, close the door, especially if someone is constantly being a toxic person in your life and constantly doing things to you. Okay, trust how something made you feel and move on from it. But the color pink also helps with anxiety. And it helps with fear, sadness. And it also harmonizes your energy around you. It neutralizes negative energy, which means it protects your energetic life flow, your aura that's around you. You see, everything holds energy, and everything has vibration and frequency. This is an amethyst, and it's purple. Amethyst is a really beautiful crystal. It helps calms the mind. You can meditate with this, and it helps you when you're fighting addictions, whether it be food, sex, alcohol, drugs. For me, it was food. All right. So, okay, just to let you know about the amethyst. And you can put it under your pillow, and it'll help calm your mind if you're having a lot of disturbances when you're going to bed. You don't want to sleep with that. You could be sleeping with someone else's energy. You know, like that movie, Sleeping with the Enemy. Sleeping with someone else's energy. That man had an energy on him that was foul. All right. Okay, so we're going to pull from Higher Beings of Light Messages deck. We're going to pull from this. Let's see what Spirit has to say. And we're going to put it right over the shadow bully. Let's see what Spirit has to say in regards to this shadow bully. Open to miracles. Feel it. Know that miracles are real. If you don't believe in miracles, it's because this shadow bully has an energy that is so foul that it's actually integrating with yours. And you don't believe anymore. You're losing your belief. Do not allow someone to project onto you. Take time to think calmly and wisely and go forward with confidence. You don't need them. Trust me, you don't need that shadow bully in your life. They're actually really jealous of you. Being called to pull from the toxic trash because they are toxic. Yeah. All right, let's see who this is. Who is this shadow bully, Spirit? Who is this shadow bully? Let me move this. So be open to miracles. Feel it, know it, and know that miracles are real. They are real. Yes, miracles are real. This is why you need to connect to your higher self so that you can have the angels with you. You know, if you're feeling like you're being attacked, you can say, Holy Ghost fire, surround me right now. That calls upon the angels of warriors to come and be at your side. Okay? If you can't do it for yourself, call upon the angels to do it, help you. It's Holy Ghost fire, surround me. It puts a fire around you because fire is an element. I'm picking up on an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius too. So there's a lot of energies. Put it where it belongs. I picked up on a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now I'm picking up on an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. Yeah. Just like I said. Liar. Liar. I got sister's boyfriend. Sister's boyfriend. Liar. The shadow bully is a sister's boyfriend. That's all I'm going to pick for that. I got to get out of that energy. I'm sorry. It's oof. Yeah. We're going to pick from I Am Woman's deck. I'm going to see who you are. And we got Gemini. And I said I want to see who you are. And in the beginning, I got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I'm going to pull that out. Gemini. Right. Let's see who this beautiful soul is that has character, but her reputation is being distorted by a shadow bully who happens to be the boyfriend of OMG. Okay, I see what's happening here. I don't know if you're ready for this, but you need to separate yourself from your sister and her boyfriend for some time. Yeah, I'm not gonna speak on that. But he is a liar, but there's more to that. So, yes, you are amazing. Yes, you are. You are amazing. And I am enough, and I'm gonna take it. And we got Gemini on the table. But I also picked up on a Libra and Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? It could be them. Put it where it belongs. But I got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, and Aquarius on the table. But you are a Gemini. That's what I got. All right. I can imagine what you're going through. Subscribe to my channel. You're going to see through shadows, and you're not going to feel bad at leaving people where they need to be. Okay? Do not allow anyone to dim your light. Wow. Okay. Understand this. People who react emotionally are predictable and easy to manipulate. I want you to distance yourself from the shadow bully, sister's boyfriend, the liar. You may be picking up on some things in regards to him, and he's calling you the liar, but it's actually him. There's a lot of energy here. Yeah. A lot of energy. Remember, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. Do not give them 90% of your life. Take care of your mind and your heart, because everything flows from there. All right, I'm going to end this with a message from Spirit. Let's see how it pertains to this reading. Stay balanced and calm. Yes, because if you don't, this emotional manipulator is going to own you, and it's going to trigger you every time. So let your sister deal with her boyfriend. Okay? Let your sister deal with her boyfriend. Step away from the situation. You have other things coming to you. Spirit wants you to be open to miracles. They want you to feel it. Know that miracles are real. Sit quietly with a journal and quiet your mind. Stay balanced and calm. Get in nature. Breathe deep and release everything that's stagnating in your body. Okay? The affirmation is, I am ready for new beginnings. And leave the shadow bullies to their own demise. All right. Please like, subscribe, and thank you.